December 12th, 1877, Herzog, Kansas. Meine liebste Anna, as I sit down to write to you, the light of the Advent candles flickers beside me, casting soft shadows against the walls of our little sod house, perhaps for the last time. If God wills it, come spring, we will build a true home, strong and warm, where the prairie winds will no longer seep through the walls. It is a comforting thought, much like the thought of you and your little ones gathered around your own table, far across the sea. Tonight, my heart is full of joy, for I must tell you of the great blessing we have received. Last month, we dedicated our church, the first Catholic church in this area, to the Mater Dolorosa, Gott sei Dank. After so many months of labor, of gathering stones and lifting beams, of working with tired hands but hopeful hearts, we have at last raised a house worthy of our Muttergottes. On the feast of the Immaculate Conception, I knelt before her altar and lit candles, one for my dear Barbara, and one for each of you, my children who remain in Russia, so that even here in America, you are with me in prayer. We would not have built it so soon without the kindness of the Maxwell brothers, British settlers living here. They have been worshiping with us at the cross and in Herr Dreiling's home, for they are the only Catholics in their settlement. Seeing our need, they showed great generosity, offering financial help so that we could finish the work before the harshness of winter sets in. All that remained was to quarry the stone and haul it to the site. I never imagined such goodwill from those not of our own people, but God works in ways we do not always expect. The church is not yet complete, not in the way we would dream a true house of God to be, but it is closed in enough to shelter us for worship. We have no pews, no statues, no grand windows, only a rough wooden box for an altar, an old trunk to hold the Blessed Sacrament, and vestments ready for whenever the traveling priest can stop by. There is still much to do, but we are joyful all the same. Yet even in this joy, sorrow has come upon our town. Frau Denning has been staying with her son Michael and his family for the birth of their child. And as she had done so many times back in Russia, she helped with the delivery and cared for the household while the young mother recovered. One afternoon, when the infant could not be settled, Frau Denning carried the child out onto the porch of the sod house so the mother might have a rest for a moment. But in that moment, something gave way. The roof collapsed without warning upon Frau Denning and the baby. Michael ran in from the field when he heard the cries, but the old widow Denning, she did not survive her injuries. By God's mercy alone the tiny child was spared. It is a loss that weighs heavily upon us all, and yet also a reminder of how closely sorrow and grace walk beside one another in this land. I hold this family in my prayers, and I ask that you please do the same. Weihnachten will soon be upon us, and though I long to celebrate it as we once did together, we hold fast to our traditions here. We will sing the same songs, bake the same bread, and light our tree with candles just as you will do. On Christmas Eve, we will gather in our new church. I will close my eyes and listen to the voices around me, and for a moment, I will imagine that you are among them. I hope that little Anton and Clemens have been good boys this year, and that they will not be visited by their Belsnickel, but by the Christkind, who fills their shoes with sweets. And now, with another young one in your arms, I imagine your hands are even fuller than before. Will you teach your children to play Durock, the way my mother taught me and I taught you? They are small now, I know, but in time They will want to play cards too, just as we all did when die alten Spielen ihr Solo. Your last letter spoke of many leaving the villages. I understand the uncertainty that weighs on you, the fear of leaving behind all that you have known. I felt it too. But I tell you now, Anna, life here is good. Hard, yes, but full of promise. When I have built our home, when I am certain that I can provide for all of you, I will send for my children. It is my greatest wish that we may all be together again under one roof, in a land where our faith and our labor will not be in vain. Until then, my dear daughter, keep me in your prayers as I keep you in mine. Hold your little ones close and whisper to them of their Großvater in America. Tell them how we used to bake Brennick together, how Maria loved to press the wooden designs into the dough, and how Georg would make himself sick eating too many sweets before midnight mass. May the Mutter Gottes keep you safe, and may this holy season bring you peace. Dein Vater, Joseph.